So I'm in Udaipur in front of City Palace here and about to meet Maharaj Kumar Sahib, who is the Prince of Udaipur, and look at this view. I'm entering the gates of one of the finest palaces in India. The gates are open and here is Princess Thar, which was presented to him by Anand Mahindra himself, and that is my Thar. And here we have the world's fastest bike and the world's largest capacity motorcycle. Isn't this an amazing view? I mean, like right out of the movies, the palace, these machines, and I feel like a king. I really feel like a king right now. This is like a dream come true once over again, because last time I was here, it was 5 years ago. We were here with different set of machines. We also interviewed the prince and it was an amazing interview. So I can't wait to meet him.
All well.
Maharaj Kumar Sahib, yes. How are you?
To you. Welcome.
Thank you so much for welcoming me again.
Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely a pleasure. Lovely to have you. I think at least some excitement in this
Yes,
dull moment.
Absolutely. When such machines are there, I think it has to be exciting. So wonderful color. I mean, actually, this Thar which you see here,
Ji.
this is also red.
Acha.
So I just got it a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay.
Petrol automatic.
Wonderful.
But we wrapped it because all the machines we wanted to.
You would not believe this. I actually wanted to ask someone how is the petrol automatic, because that has been one car that has been in my mind to get after the diesel manual.
Right.
And I really wanted to talk to someone who's driven it for some time
Yeah.
to be actually
Yes.
to get the right feedback. So I guess you are the right person and God sent to ask this question. I think I had that question in my mind and here you appear, which
So
is wonderful.
we have actually done 10,000 kilometers in this.
Are wonderful.
And we started from Delhi, we went till Kanyakumari,
Acha.
and we are back here.
Okay.
So I mean, this is why I got this is because it's very silent. And although, you know, people say that automatic does not do justice to
Yes,
four-wheel,
yes,
but
yes.
you know, our purpose was different, because here you see this is the world's fastest bike. This is a Kawasaki Ninja H2. This is the world's largest capacity motorcycle.
Yes.
2,500 cc Triumph Rocket 3R.
yes.
So we had to, you know, go on the road. Like,
Right.
you know, half road we were not, off road we were not doing. So that's why we, you know, opted for the automatic petrol.
Right.
But we also have automatic diesel with us, which is not here,
Okay.
which is in our hotel.
And how's the performance and how do you rate this? Is it a good drive, smooth drive,
Yeah, it is very smooth. Doesn't it's
comfortable,
base?
less tiring?
Yes, it exudes quite a bit of luxury, and all the modifications that you see here, essentially, you know, they have been done thinking about the ride. So
Right.
we have around 50 liters of fuel jerry cans, as you see, mounted
Yes,
on the
yes,
left,
yes.
for these bikes. So we take 100 octane
Okay.
in the jerry cans for them.
Oh, okay.
And there are a lot of modifications inside and outside, as you see the front bumper,
Yes, yes,
the
yes,
lights.
yes, yes.
But the grill is same, and of course, a Thar is a Thar.
Absolutely, absolutely, no denying that at all.
So,
But wonderful.
But what is your love with the Thar? I mean,
It's a complete beast, you know. It's something that you really don't need to think about where you really need to take. You know, कहते हैं ना कि जहाँ रास्ता नहीं होगा मैं बना लूँगा.
Yes, yes,
So you know,
absolutely.
so that is what it stands true in spirit and in letter for. And it's just not something that you can talk about. All the people who have it and have experienced it would completely agree in the sense that that is what it's really meant to do.
and I think most importantly, this is an Indian-made product.
Yes.
And what I feel is that it does not feel out of place even in a palace. That is what I feel.
You know, एक बार जब दिल में जगह मिल जाए तो you know then it doesn't
Absolutely.
then any other space doesn't really matter. So once it captures your soul, you know, then you really don't need to worry about the rest. So,
Absolutely.
it makes everything else in its atmosphere a part of it. So you know, which is great.
So I had given this a term, a biker's car.
Ji.
So this is the only car which actually you know, resonated with me, an Indian-made car.
Yes.
And I would like to give it this to you. You can take this later, like I'll give it to your entourage.
Thank you so
So
much.
here, as you can see, यहाँ पे we have written the biker's car.
Yes.
So inside you will find a lot of nice images and stuff.
Wonderful.
So this is for you.
Thank you.
I'm just keeping it here. So last time, Kumar Sahib, we came and we also, covered your motorcycles, your machines. What is with you and the love with automotive,
I think
automobiles?
these are one of the best creations that man has done, from aviation to four wheels to two wheels. I think generally at large, be it trains as well, but I think now that we're talking about these beasts here, I think these have been one of the greatest inventions that man has been able to do
Absolutely.
progressively over hundreds of years.
Absolutely.
So I think that is just a fascination in terms of how the mechanics kind of work, and the thrills that are associated with it, the limits that it kind of goes to, or where you can take it to.
Right.
Sometimes you are stretching their limits, sometimes they are stretching your limits. So I think everything in between of all of that is, I think, where the fun is, where the adrenaline kind of really gets going.
Yes.
So all of that association and passion that is there, which is fantastic. And most fortunately, we are blessed with our geographical location and surrounding,
Yes.
which really allows us to kind of take them and test ourselves, as well as the machines.
But you're practically in the Thar Desert, like
absolutely. Absolutely.
as near as you can be.
If not beyond and on top, we have a bit more variety than just the sand. So we have
Right.
the rivers, we have the hills, we have the stones, we have the inclinations and the inclines to be able to take them there, and all of that. So I think it's a great, lovely mixed bag of everything that one wants to throw themselves into.
And not to mention the beautiful lakes in Udaipur, one of the most beautiful cities in India, according to me. Kumar Sahib, what would be your dream road trip in the Thar?
The dream road trip would be where there is no road.
Great answer. So,
Because when you're talking about this machine, you can't talk about a road. You really have to create one, matlab.
Absolutely.
जहाँ रास्ता नहीं है वहाँ बना लेंगे. So that is what it says.
Absolutely.
And you need to have that passion, trust, and faith and confidence, with all the safety obviously in mind, to be able to do that. So when you talk about a road, that means no road.
So I was asking someone who's actually national level rally racer, international. So I asked him, is the Thar ready to take on the Dakar rally?
Ji.
So he said, yes, it is ready.
Ji.
So, I just want to ask that do you think that we can do anything to actually hone motorsports in India, especially in cars, and especially in the environment that you have? Can we start some kind of a rally here, which probably starts in Udaipur or goes around Rajasthan or something like that?
For sure, absolutely. I think these are all very doable things. I think the bigger experts than me need to come in and explore certain things and find out. But I'm sure, as you said, certainly a space and place where certain things can be kicked off from, certain things can certainly begin. We would be very happy to participate, be involved in it, to be able to help support in any shape or form that we can. I was really happy that there was an entire team of Thar enthusiasts that had come in, a couple of months ago, about with 10-15 of the vehicles.
Okay.
They started off from here.
Wow.
So there has been a bit of picking up on that ideology, but can it be made into an yearly event or a quarterly event? Certainly.
Yeah.
I really think that the experts need to come in, explore, and in any shape or form that we can help support and shoulder that ideology, would be very happy to do so.
I also heard about your collection of vintage cars,
Ji.
which I'm yet to see, and I hope probably I can see it. So, which is your favorite car in that?
Oh, so when my dad is asleep, every car is a good car to be able to take out of that
Right.
garage. It's a safe zone, it's a safe slot, it's a safe moment to kind of take it out, take it for a spin. The MGTC is a lovely vehicle. The Rolls-Royce 20 HP, which is a lovely vehicle as well. The Cadillacs are nice. So all different genres of vehicles. I think it's really the mood and the moment at that point in time.
Right.
But if I had to give an all-time favorite, I would have to say the Rolls-Royce.
The Rolls Royce, absolutely. Kumar Sahib, if I may, what does a typical day in your life look like? Because as children, everyone wants to be either prince or a princess, and you are a real life prince.
So as this conversation is just happening between us and nobody else is listening, one thing that one's been able to do is master the art of looking busy. So when you're doing nothing, you need to look busy. So now with the way things are going, that's all what one is really doing, is trying to look busy. But no, on a serious note, I think we're running hotels. That's our predominant area of work. Apart from that, we're running museums and schools and other non-for-profit foundations and
Yes.
things like that. So all those sort of things are which one is involved with on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis. So making sure that we keep our head above water, make sure that our responsibilities towards society at large are being met, and we are being able to do our best and put out a helping hand to people who really need them.
That's wonderful. I last time I came, I also saw your love for horses, and I mean, so how?
That is my dad and my brother-in-law. Horses is very much my father and my brother-in-law. They are big with horses. I use the farm for radio-controlled aircraft flying.
Yes.
So that is my love for that space. Yes,
I was
I do
going to-
love the animal, but I have to say that truly passionate. If there are people in the family, then it's my brother-in-law and my dad.
I was actually about to ask you that also because I just recollected all the memories from our last video.
Yes.
So what I'm not a radio control guy, but what is that with these things? Are you only into aircraft which is RC, or you're also into off-roading vehicles which are also RC? We have pretty different kind of genres.
No, true. So at this point in time, I'm very much an aviation person. Haven't got into radio-controlled RC as such per se, but yes, having my feet on the ground is something that I really love. So hence why the remote control and an aircraft, so you can still fly and you can still be on the ground. And so scale models is are my areas of interest in terms of true copies of the actual aircrafts that actually exist. So scale down of those ones are my areas in radio control that I really like to fly. So be it the Cessnas, the Piper Cub, the Pilatus. So these are aircrafts that are scaled down, true to scale, are the ones that I enjoy flying.
Wow, guys, I don't know what he said, but I'm sure that they're top of the line. I'm not into
They're
aircrafts.
lovely, fun flying, lazy, great aircrafts which require a bit of skill, and they really give you the joy to be able to see the original one and to detail it down to the scale that you are really flying it, and the sound. And the entire buzz, the thrill is really fantastic. So either being behind the steering wheel here or having the remote and being behind that is, I think, a great flavor, passion, something that really kind of keeps you going.
So, Kumar Saib, one question which might be a little tricky is that do you
But we
dream?
had an understanding. Only easy questions.
Easy question. Okay. So, if you want to time travel, which era would you time travel to as a prince? In this palace only. It's been there since quite a long time.
Yes.
So, which era would you want to go and see that how it was, back then?
So as there are no boundaries with this, I think I'd really like to experience when we're trying to think about things, non-conventional things outside the box, then I would certainly say that I would really like to be a part of all the eras that kind of came along, because, any one thing is going to give you a flavor. Like, for example, we are in the now and we are understanding this era.
Right.
So the same way, even if I had to go back, I would really like to experience a lot more eras, even if it is for a shorter period of time, to be able to understand what they were all about. So, picking up one really wouldn't be time travel, might as well make it a time travel journey.
Right.
Through eras.
Right.
Rather than just the one era.
Okay, I can only dream of how it is to be here in the palace. I've never been in the palace. So I just want to, which is your favorite part in the palace?
Oh, we, to be very honest, one keeps discovering. As a child, with our friends and everything, the best game that we used to like playing used to be hide and seek.
Yes.
So
Got a lot of space for
yeah,
that.
you got exactly. So even sometimes today, with our little ones and all of that we keep exploring. You keep getting into new spaces, different spaces that you may not have visited for a longer period of time, and so on and so forth, which has been wonderful. So you really like your own space, your own room. That is something that is really wonderful. Then you obviously you have your extension of your own office, and in between that, you keep experiencing different places and different moments. So and all of it is home. It would be really unfair to say that this part of it is something that is my favorite. But yes, you resonate most with them because that's the most amount of time that you're spending in these spaces.
Right. Kumar Saib, one more question. Has there any other prince or royal family that has visited you, been your guest from any part of the world or even from India?
Also, no, lots of families who have visited. It won't really be fair to only name one. There have been a lot of families. One's been very privileged, very honored to be able to have a lot of head of states come in over a period of time.
I'll be more specific. Any motorsports enthusiast probably which has visited you, been here from out of India, from a royal family?
Quite a few. There is just again not just one.
Maybe the most you resonated with, like you started immediately talking about cars and bikes and horsepower, stuff like that.
I think with us, I think it's just generally you should speak to anyone, not necessarily only somebody you're being typecast from a certain background. I think generally you meet people. It would be very rare to find somebody who's not a bike or car.
Yeah.
The intensities may vary, the degrees may vary, but at the end of the day, I think people are generally at large, even be it women as well. All of them, they are all exceptionally enthusiastic about motorsports and vehicles and mechanics and all of that. So as I said, the degrees may vary, but I think the passion in it is in its fullest form.
So, Kumar Sahib, can you allow me to take you through the machines?
Please,
Yeah.
please, by all means, it'll be a pleasure. I've been waiting to learn and understand more.
So I'll just come here. So this is a Kawasaki Ninja H2. This is the world's fastest bike, and this is the only production motorcycle which has a supercharger, which you can see it's written here. So this is where the magic happens. So when the RPM is around 10,000, this RPM of the impeller is around 100,000. So it is that fast, and the current record of this bike is around 407
Right.
of the non-street legal version,
Right.
which was set in Turkey.
Oh, okay.
So this is one, and then we have the Triumph Rocket 3R, which is 2,500 cc, and it's 3-cylinder inline 3,
Right.
and it's quite a beast. So this is a new version. So the older one was like 40 kgs lesser, more. So it's like kind of a sports bike cruiser,
Right.
and this is my favorite bike currently.
Oh, okay.
So I did 20,000
It
kilometers
has
on this.
changed, a fair bit because a friend of mine has it, and I think he has the previous model. But as you said and rightly so, it is completely a beast. There's no denying that at all.
Absolutely. So this one is also red. So finally the wrap is coming off after 10,000 kilometers.
The inner soul is really coming out and saying, "Let me be
Absolutely.
true to spirit and let me be who I am."
Absolutely.
Which is wonderful.
So and we can move over to that, please. So here we have modified, as I said, that few jerry cans.
Right.
All of them hold 100 octane.
Right.
And this is the original 4x4 logo, which is on the right side.
Yes.
And then the ladders, they give the support to this. And on the top, see this.
Tools and things like that.
Right. This is all aftermarket.
Right.
So this is fiber, ABS. This is metal,
Oh, okay.
insulated.
Right.
So it can take up to 500 kgs.
Oh, okay.
And I got those industrial looking boxes. So I just wanted to match the industrial look, the boxy look.
Fair enough.
And we also pulled down this wheel little bit down,
Right.
so that photographers can open the window and have little bit more space. As you can see, that is little bit more up.
Right.
And then we have got a tow hook. Here you can also put a luggage rack.
Right.
And on this side, I've got a little nifty small tray.
Oh, how cool.
So this is actually used for changing lenses, putting the drone, and
So
changing.
these are really handy spaces to be able to have. Very smartly done. I'm glad.
Yes.
Excellent.
And there's another jerry can over there.
Right.
And the whole car is damped.
So you're not going to be out of fuel.
Definitely. Especially because those bikes are fuel guzzlers.
Yes,
They
yes,
just need fuel
absolutely.
every 150 kilometers.
Fair enough.
Depending on how you ride.
Fair enough.
So after this ride, I'm planning to change the wheels to 20-inch wheels.
Okay.
And it's going to be raised a little bit.
Right.
And so this is the thing, I just love the Thar. I think, even people in BMWs and Mercedes, they stop us to, look. We just want to have a look, stuff like that. And the front bumper, the headlights, these additional halogens, and again, Tokes. And so I just want to mention this. So we have two Thars like this. This is the community board.
Right.
So we have met over 12,000 people in the last 40 days,
Right.
and around 400, 500 motorcycling clubs. So everyone who comes, mostly if they have stickers, they put it over here. So it's like nice memory and nice collection of in the community. Yeah. So after this ride is over, which is in just 2-3 days, we are going to unwrap.
So where do you head off from here now? Where is the next destination?
Yeah, we are going to Jaipur and then end it in back to Delhi.
Oh, okay.
So I'm little sad about it because another road trip is coming to an
That
end.
gives you the thought or the vision to be able to start another one.
Absolutely. This is our 9th India ride.
Oh, excellent.
And out of those 9 rides, we have met you 2 times. This is the second time.
Excellent. So now you need to make sure that you come back in the other one and don't make such a gap in the middle of between your
I would love to.
the last ride and this one to not
I didn't want to disturb you.
if you don't meet me, I'm more disturbed.
Okay, we will do that. Next time we're going to think, because
Please.
this whole entourage right now, you know, is such a fantastic one that we have the machines that I don't know how to better it. You know,
No, I'm sure you'll find something. There'll be something or another that will come to you while you are driving or riding or whatever else it is. Some idea or the other will pop in and you would want to make that into a reality.
so Maharaj Kumar Sahib, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
so much.
time.
Very kind. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best. Safe travels back. Safe journey. Look after yourself.
Thank
and
you.
We hopefully see you again in your next ride.
And I'm hoping to sneak peek into your vintage car collection.
Please.
With permission.
It'll be a pleasure. It'll be a pleasure. Absolutely. Look forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it was a nice, great interaction with Maharaj Kumar Sahib, and here he actually appreciated the machines, as you saw. He always does. But the thing of magnificence, beauty, and awe is this palace. I mean, ये जो इसका sheer size and beauty है, it is mind blowing. मतलब इतना बड़ा, और कितने रूम्स होंगे इसमें मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता. is absolutely astounding. मतलब it is so beautiful. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's not even real. It is made in like 3D or something like that. और जैसे मैट पेंटिंग होती है ना, मैं, and you know, when Prince, he was saying that he used to play hide and seek with his friends या बाकी सब लोग when he was young here, तो मैं सोच सकता था कि, मतलब मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता कि कितने रूम्स है, कितनी जगह है छुपने के लिए यहाँ पे. यू नो, मूवीज़ में दिखाते हैं आप रॉयल फैमिलीज़ एंड ऑल, बट ये रियल लाइफ में ही वॉज देयर. एंड आई वॉज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू प्ले इन माई हेड कि कैसा लगता होगा प्रिंस होते हुए, कैसा लगता होगा रॉयल फैमिली से होते हुए, कैसा लगता होगा एक पैलेस में आप रहते हो, हर रोज़ उठते हो एंड आपको लोग प्रिंस बोल रहे हैं. तो मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक हर बच्चे का हर मतलब एक सपना होता है कि प्रिंस बनना या प्रिंसेस बनना, हेड पे क्राउन पहनना. तो दिस वाज द सेकंड टाइम आई इंटरेक्टेड विद हिम. ग्रेट डे. बट जैसे कि वो कहते हैं ना, हर आदमी अपना राजा होता है. मैं इतना ही कह के ये जो है यहाँ पे एंड करना चाहता हूँ. बट उससे पहले हमारे को जाना है उनकी विंटेज कार कलेक्शन देखने, जो कि हम अभी शॉर्टली आएंगे.